look on her face, I wish you could have seen it. Pure panic. She stammered something about being scared, not remembering exactly. That's when I dropped the first bomb. I told them I was never unconscious, that I heard everything they said, every single word. The color drained from both their faces so fast, I thought they might pass out. Zoe started crying immediately. Jade tried to deny it. Said I must have been confused from the concussion. So I pulled out my phone, played the recording I'd made describing exactly what happened that day. Everything they said, word for word, recorded the same day while it was fresh in my memory. Jade tried to interrupt, saying I was making things up. That's when I pulled out the folder. I put the bank statements on the table first. All the accounts she'd hidden from the withdrawals, the transfers, the dates and times, all of it. She tried to say it was for emergencies, for Zoe's education. I just laughed and kept going. Next came the divorce papers she'd already filled out, the ones claiming I was an alcoholic, angry, unstable, the ones dated for next month. Zoe was Fulton sobbing now. Jade looked like she'd seen a ghost. Then came the photos, the empty liquor bottles they'd staged around the house, the text messages between them planning it all, the emails with Nelson. I laid it all out piece by piece. 2 months of evidence, 2 months of their betrayal documented in excruciating detail. When I finished, there was this heavy silence. Nobody moved, nobody spoke. Like we were all frozen in this horrible moment. Then Jade tried a new tactic. Tears. Apologies. Said she'd made a terrible mistake. That we could work it out. Go to counseling. That she still loved me. The audacity. Right after everything I'd just shown her, I just shook my head and told her it was too late for that. Way too late. That's when I laid out what was actually going to happen. They had 30 days to move out of my house. Oh, yeah. Turns out the house is legally mine. Inheritance from my house. Oh, yeah. Turns out the house is legally mine. Grandmother, that predates our marriage. They somehow missed that in their planning. I'd already moved half of our money to accounts they couldn't access. The courts would decide the rest, but my lawyer was very confident given the evidence of Jade's financial deception. Zoe's college fund, the one they were counting on me to refill next month, it now had exactly $0 in it. I'd moved it to a trust that only I control. I'd already spoken to Jade's parents and shown them everything. They were understandably disgusted with both of them. Nelson's wife, Tatum, now had copies of all their communication. Tatum, by the way, comes from serious money and has a prenup that would leave Nelson with basically nothing if he cheated. I'd be filing for divorce on grounds of financial fraud and emotional cruelty, not the other way around. Jade went from crying to screaming, called me every name in the book, said I couldn't do this to them, that I was cruel and vindictive. I just sat there calm as could be and waited for her to run out of steam. When she finally stopped yelling, I just said, "You did this to yourselves." Then I turned to Zoe, my daughter, the hardest part. I told her I'd always love her because she is my child, but I didn't like the person she'd become, that she'd have chosen money over family, deception over honesty, and there were consequences for those choices. She tried to blame Jade, said her mom had convinced